It's time to enter the world of real estate in Oahu with Hawaii's only true real estate radio show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. For the next full hour, Hawaii's premier real estate leader, Adrienne Lally, and Attilio Leonardi will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, Adrienne and Attilio.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any questions, you can reach us at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Well, hey, everybody, this is Attilio, and this is Attilio's Random Thoughts. So this is still a holiday show, and I've talked about this in the past couple of years, but I want to give you guys some, I think it's like mental well-being and health, diet, mental well-being, diet, and then what else would there be? Physical well-being. Because in the holidays, for a lot of people, the good news is that you're going to be hanging out with a lot of friends and family. And for some of you and some of the people you're hanging with, sometimes the bad news is you're hanging out with a lot of friends and family. And so human nature, when we're in these close quarters with each other over long periods of time, unless you're like an exceptional group, there's going to be friction. And there's no such thing as an exceptional group. We're human beings. It's a human condition to be in friction at some point. And so let's give you some tips. The one that I want to talk about is how to avoid overeating. I remember a couple tips from, I think we had a dietitian that was on here. Do you remember some of the tips, or what do you do? I have some.
She said to have a smaller plate, like don't go in there with the big plate. Use the dessert plate or the salad plate, and you can put your food on that because you don't need to.
So have less square footage for your plate. Here's the other tip that she gives, because a lot of times people will start getting in the line, and then you're making a decision on what you want to eat based on what's in front of you. And a lot of times people will go through and they go, oh, dang, I filled my whole plate up with carbs and sugars. And what she says to do, and I do this now, and I know I do it so often, it's unconscious, but look at what's on the buffet before you get in the line. So look at what's on the buffet before you get in the line, so that you have a plan, so that when your tummy is all grumbling, you're not filling your plate with what your tummy is telling to do, but use your brain. And so what you put on the plate, majority, like at least try and fill up half the plate with the salad or the vegetables. Me personally, my dad, retired fire chief, Honolulu Fire Department Fire Chief Attilio Leonardi, he makes an awesome salad, and it's one of my favorite, the way he makes it in the dressing. And so what I do is I have my plate completely all salad on the first round. Because you know what am I doing? I'm creating a layer. I'm filling up my stomach. And by the way, do you know how your brain or your body communicates that you're hungry?
Just your stomach grumbles.
Your stomach is sending signals. There are sensors all around the lining of your stomach. And so when you eat a whole bunch of bag of Cheetos, because the sensors are looking for nutritional value. When you eat a whole bag of Cheetos and you're full, the signal that's going to your brain is that you're not full. And then you eat more.
There's no
and then you eat more. And then you eat more. And then you eat more of the junk, the sugars, the salts, and the starches. So if you can fill your stomach up with nutrients, which is most likely going to be the salad. Now, not mac salad, folks. Hey, local people, mac salad is not a salad. It has the word salad in it, but it is not a salad. It's more like 2 scoops of a heart attack with mayonnaise on top. So salad, green stuff. And your salad should look like the rainbow as far as the different color of vegetables. Okay, so those are my tips. What else for the eating during the holidays? Anything else you got?
Let's see. Also, make sure that you are properly hydrated, because sometimes you think that you're hungry, but you're really dehydrated. So make sure that you're drinking enough water. Stay on top of the water intake. Drink a big glass of water before you go and eat. And that will also help with like not overeating and because like you're really thirsty and you think that you're hungry.
It'll help prevent injuries too, because when you're sprinting for the table with all the Cocoa Puffs from Lily Hill Bakery, you're not going to like pull a leg cramp or something. So hydrate, that's a good one too. And it also, drinking lots of water satiates you and has you eating less. Any other tips?
Yes. Chew your food.
Chew.
Don't just inhale it. Chew it.
Yeah, Chad Jr. So that is a tip. And actually, no matter what you're eating, if you spend more time chewing it,
you
enjoy it, but you get more of the nutrients from the food if you chew it more. So never mind trying to inhale the food. And then another tip, and this came from somebody I subscribe to on LinkedIn. She's a food scientist. I think her name is Asda. Anyway, she says immediately after the meal, take a walk, because what you need to do is burn off the insulin and the sugars and the carbs that are in your system. And if you don't, what will happen is it converts to fat.
So get moving.
Get moving right after. Take a little bit of walk around the yard, go outside, whatever.
I think that's a good habit. That's a good habit to do all the time.
Yeah.
Just, go for a walk after you have your big meal and keep, get your steps.
Yeah.
Get your steps in all year round, not just during the holidays.
Make it a tradition with the family that's what you guys are going to go do. All right. And then real quick, we got 2 more categories. The mental well-being. Any tips on the mental well-being?
I would say like you can do some breathing exercises, meditation.
Yeah. One of my favorites when I'm feeling kind of like down or something like that, because nobody's going to be up all the time and down all the time or in the neutral all the time. But when you're in the down, is my strategy is get into action. To clean my house, go to the gym, go take a walk around the park. Because I find that when you're not feeling well or feeling down and you're just laying there staring at the ceiling, what begins to build is like, oh, I didn't do this and I didn't do that. And you're procrastinating and you feel worse because then I will tell you right now, here's a tip. Here's a tip for your mental well-being. Take that TV and put it in the closet. I literally took my TV because I'm like, I just spent 2 hours binge watching some dumb show on Netflix. And at the end of that 2 hours, I'm like, how did that serve my life? So go watch stuff with the family. Like traditionally, my family, we like to watch, what's that one where the guy went jump in the water? It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. What's a favorite thing you like to watch every year for Christmas during the holidays?
The Grinch.
The Grinch. Like which one? Like the one with what's his name? Jim Carrey, or like a middle school one?
Whatever is on Netflix.
Yeah.
All those
I like any of those Franken Bass ones. The old school animation where they had the island of the toys of the misfits. Anyway, so mental well-being. When you're try not to slam all the alcohol. When you have that 9th Heineken, you're really telling Auntie what you think of her. And she may not really want to, hear what you have to say, like off the top of your head, just because you want to share it with her. So just, avoid the alcohol, because sometimes it gets rid of the it gets rid of that normal politeness and courteousness that you have.
The filter comes off.
Yeah, the filter comes off.
Yes.
So mental well-being, have a positive attitude going into it. Instead of dreading going to that family get together, because there's that one friend or family that, oh boy, every year they like blah 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 and they do this and do that. I wouldn't say like avoid them, but don't go out of your way to be around them, and don't be in the vicinity, or do the opposite. Go to them and try and understand them, and or give them some feedback in a gentle way. Say, hey, whenever you do that, it really makes me feel this, and I just wanted to share with you with that, and if you don't mind this and that. But local people, we avoid conflict, so I don't know. So maybe just don't be around them, and don't have 9 Heinekens when you're around them, because you're really going to tell them what you think, and then it turns into a big blown up situation. So mental well-being, diet. What was the last one? Fitness. Fitness tips for the holidays.
Stay consistent.
Yeah.
Don't, not stay in your routine. Like if you typically are going and doing your workouts 3 times a week, or going to your classes 3 times a week, don't Don't skip it just because it's the holidays.
Stay in your routine and
routine.
Pay attention. If you do group workouts, the schedules are limited. The ones that are there fill up. Where I see a ton of people in the gym, Thanksgiving morning, Christmas morning, not New Year's Day because everybody all hungover, but I see people like earn that partying you're going to do, earn that partying you're doing.
Oh, no, we do see a lot of people January 1st because everyone has.
Oh, yeah, the resolutions.
The New Year's resolution.
Well, that's
a big day.
The people that's not all hammered and got all hangover. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe we see everybody going to be late in the afternoon, not first thing in the morning, but, or maybe tell yourself you're going to work out. Here's a tip for you. Don't wait for the New Year's resolution or the new year to start those resolutions. Start them now. Start them now because studies have shown that if you can get those New Year's resolutions and habits going during the holiday period, it's going to be much easier to hit the ground running come January because you've already began the process of establishing those habits. And by the way, Adrienne, is this any advice that we're giving people that we just Googled it, but we don't really do it?
No, this is all tips and tricks that we are personally following.
That we are personally following. By the way, I want to give a big shout out to Body RX in Eva Beach. They're over there by the building with the Buffalo Wild Wings.
We're gonna have
Brittany.
We're gonna have
her on the show, but she has a great program with her cool sculpting.
Yep.
It's a way to eliminate body fat in those troublesome areas, and then she has this M sculpt, which is like doing 10,000 push-ups without having to do the 10,000 push-ups. Sit-ups. I keep saying push-ups. That would be awesome if there was a machine like that with the push-ups. But I want to give it, it's just, Adrienne and I have had, we went into a fitness competition in Tampa. If you want to take a look at the routine that we perform, where can they go? Instagram?
Yeah, on Instagram.
Yeah, we had like 5,000 views. Speaking of viewing, and I want to add RE to the beginning, review. Do you have a review that you share with the people?
We've got a review for David Panel. Okay, this is what he had to say. There is not enough stars for this team. They literally gave me the shirt off their backs and hand-delivered in my darkest hour. Attilio and Adrienne were the best.
Yes. I walked to his house. I gave him my shirt. It was cold after I left him because I didn't have one shirt. It's funny because on his review, it says Attilio and Adrienne were the best, ... Like what?
There's more.
Oh, there's more?
But he's not going to share it because we
don't. So much more that he's like, he's leaving it to you, man.
Yeah.
By the way, we really take care of our clients at a high level, whether you're buying or selling or investing in real estate or property management. Don't take our word for it. Please just Google Team Lally.
You'll see.
Go to our Google review business page and you're going to see over 800 plus 5-star reviews that we have. And so just see what our clients have to say about us. And you know what? I'll tell you right now, go take a look at our 1-star reviews. We got a few of them in there. See how we responded.
Yeah, to Cosmic Bunny.
Cosmic Bunny. Look up the one, Cosmic Bunny. That was a hilarious one. But what else you got here? Do we want to go through these questions?
Well, I mean, I think that people are wondering.
Oh, wait.
People are wondering. He's after the break.
Okay.
People are wondering, what is going to happen? Like, we're ending out the year. We're ending out 2025.
Is this our last show of the year?
No, we've got some more, but we're coming to the end.
Getting towards the end. So
what is 2026? What's 2026 going to look like?
Yeah.
We've got people that are like holding up to put their home on the market in the new year.
We have our 2026 market forecast, and from the National Association of Realtors predicting major market rebound. Good news, rebound in 2026. By the way, NAR is probably the largest group of professionals in the United States. I think over 1 million members. And so there's a lot of data, a lot of information that they can gather from all of us members. And so what are they predicting as far as home sales nationwide?
Yep, that the home sales are going to go up. That they're up like by 14% nationwide.
New home sales will be up. This is new construction, will be up 5%.
Yep. And that the home prices are expected to rise by 4%. Now, again, this is nationally.
Nationally, not in Oahu, not Waianae, not Makaha, not North Shore, but nationally. Early signs of improvement. Mortgage applications are up 31%. That's a huge jump from the same time last year.
Steady job growth, supporting that buyer demand.
Yeah, and then builders are increasing supply, which means they're getting ready for this growth. And then what's going on with mortgage rates prediction-wise?
Yep, that the mortgage rates are trending down, which is awesome news. It's going to make things a little bit more affordable for buyers.
Yeah, we're seeing there might be some even lower rates by the time you hear this, but rates ease from 7% to about 6.24%.
And even lower on the VA loan, which I know we do have a lot of veterans here that listen to the show. So those VA rates are traditionally one of the best.
Yeah, so their expected average to be around 6% in 2026. Lower rates equals better affordability and more buyers re-entering the market. Now, here's a heads up. You're hearing this now, and you know that that's going to be the prediction. For those of you sitting on the fence, I wouldn't wait too long into 2026 to bite the bullet and go buy a home, because if the interest rates drop and you have more competition for buyers in the marketplace, that means prices are going to go up. And remember this, you can always renegotiate your interest rate, but not your purchase price. So remember to date the interest rate, but marry the house. Buy now.
All right. So there's a little bit of a market imbalance, luxury homes versus the starter homes.
Yeah.
And, there's definitely some higher inventory on the luxury side. But I think that the buyers that are the buyers of luxury are they're not really affected so much by the mortgage rate.
Yeah.
Those are typically going to be cash buyers.
Yeah. And this one, it says luxury market performing stronger due to higher inventory, but that sounds counterintuitive. I wouldn't say that. If inventory is up,
there's more choices. There's more choices for those luxury buyers is what's happening.
Entry-level homes obviously remain tight because you have a lot of competition in that. And then what about that?
Well, the first-time home buyers are at an all-time low. And I think a lot of that has to do with the prices going up. It's just as a first-time home buyer, especially here in Hawaii, it can be a little overwhelming, to jump into the market and to have to, if you wanted to buy a condo, the median sale price here, for November, median sale prices are at $487,000. And single family, if you want to get into a house, the median price is 1.1.
Here's the other thing that I'm going to tell you that, we really don't have any control over the home pricing, housing prices. Mm-hmm. Here's one thing that I think you do have control over, and I'm going to be the bad guy to tell you, is all of you buying the brand new Toyota Tundra with all the extras. Stop it. New cars, credit card debt, going to Vegas when you really can't afford it, hitting the craps table a little bit too much. Americans are in so much personal debt right now that we as Americans, consumers, need to take responsibility for that affordability that is affecting us owning a home, because we're not willing to live within our means. So sorry if you're in the car industry, but stop buying new cars every year or 3 years. Stop racking up credit card debt and live within your means. Don't go buy that house that's your forever home. Go buy one that's 1 or 2 steps down with a mortgage payment that you can handle when things aren't going well. That would be my suggestion.
Yes. And then my suggestion, especially for you sellers out there, you're thinking about putting your home on the market in 2026, pricing matters. And we've been talking about this for many, many years, about pricing the home right from the beginning, because the longer that it sits, the bigger those reductions are coming, and you're going to just you're going to be chasing that market down.
So if you price correctly right out of the gate within, we consider the honeymoon period where you have the most activity, most showings, most open houses, most visitors. If you price it right, within 30 days, you're getting an offer or 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not, then after about 2 weeks, you're going to, nationwide, we're seeing price reductions of 5%. After 30 days, 6%. After 60 days, 7%. After 120 days, 14%. So price reductions, if you don't have it priced from the beginning, do a pretty aggressive price reduction, and keep taking a look at that. Don't think I'm waiting, because the longer you wait, the more of a price reduction you're going to need to do, because you're burning up that honeymoon period. What about solid market fundamentals? That's a mouthful.
Oh, well, this says that mortgage delinquencies remain near historic lows, meaning homeowners are financially stable.
Yeah.
Now, I think that that's going to be, vary from state to state. Here in Hawaii, where our, it's just the cost of living is quite high. Our cost of, our housing costs are very high. And, we lose a job, one of our jobs, or have a major car repair, and, it can cause us a, major setback.
I think we'll wrap this up, do a commercial break, bring on our guest. But here's the bottom line. 2025 may stay flat, but 2026 is shaping up to be a comeback year for real estate. My recommendation, if you're looking to buy now. If you're looking to sell, hang in there if you can. But if you got to sell, you got to sell. And that is it. So we're getting ready to take a break. When we come back, we can do our introduction for our guests. How about that?
Yeah, so stay with us.
Come, my lady, come, my lady.
It's always exciting to hear about new career moves. But when your job asks you to transfer to the mainland, it can get stressful, especially if you're a homeowner. Lisa and Mike found this out once he was asked to relocate to Seattle on short notice. But nothing is impossible when you hire the experts. My friends Adrienne, Lally, and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Team Lally got right to work with marketing their Oahu home and helped negotiate the purchase of a new property in Seattle. Talk about seamless transition. If you're in need of a home valuation quick, check out teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com. You can find out for free and in seconds using the home value estimator tool at the top of the homepage. Trust Team Lally to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama. Visit teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com or call 808-799-9596.
The only real estate team I trust right here in Honolulu is Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Now, thanks for joining me today. What's the number one reason homes don't sell on time?
Sean, sellers are in denial. They are stuck in the previous market and not pricing their homes properly.
How do you solve that problem?
We have a 12-step program. The first step is to have a smart pricing strategy. We follow the 10-10-0 rule. 10 showings, no offers, we have to adjust. 10 days on the market, no showings, another adjustment. For the other 11 steps, give us a call.
Great update. Thank you for keeping us informed. Put the most experience and the best marketing to work for you. Call Team Lally now at 799-9596 or online at teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com. And you can start packing.
Taking one cash offer for your home doesn't have to be your only option. I'm Barbara Corcoran, and especially in today's current market, having a local real estate agent who offers great marketing and options that are customized to fit your needs is smart. In Honolulu, the agents I trust are Adrienne Lally and Attilio Leonardi. They can give you a guarantee to sell your home, flexible fees, or up to $10,000 in cash to help with repairs.
Get the option that's right for you. Go to teamlally.com.
The Team Lally Real Estate Show continues.
Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show from the Guaranteed Sold program of Waianae. I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Attilio.
And if you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Our guest today grew up in Waianae and attended Maili Bible High School, driven by a passion for personal growth, business savvy. He is someone who consistently sharpens his skills, spending his free time learning from top financial and marketing voices through podcasts and books.
As the lead home inspector at Pillar to Boast, he first joined the team when rising demand called for his expertise. After a change in ownership in 2018, he was retained to oversee daily operations and lead inspections, ensuring homeowners receive clear, accurate, and trustworthy information. Please welcome back today's guest, Kenji Vendetta.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show.
We're excited to have you back. I know you are a busy guy. You are out looking at homes, inspecting homes. So we're happy that we're able to have you in and talk about these findings, some best practices for our listeners.
Yeah, we did it in the intro and stuff like that. But what did you do before home inspections? And so what made you transition from whatever it is you were doing before to now, this is your one thing?
I was actually working at a warehouse for Southern Glacier Wine and Spirits. And when the previous owner needed help over the summer, I came by, he, jumped on board and was like, let's give it a shot. And it was going to be either be a police officer because I took the testing then. And and the same day for the follow-up interview is the same day I was supposed to fly out to be the inspector. So, many years later, here I am, inspecting homes.
Kind of sounds like my story. I was going to be on Chippendale Dancer, but I ate too much of the cookies, of the chocolate chip cookies. So instead I became a spokesperson for Chips Ahoy cookies instead of a Chippendale Dancer. But yeah, it's weird how we do those transitions. And now, how many years now have you been doing the home inspections?
I think we're going on 8 years. Definitely.
8
years. Yeah.
How many homes do you think you've been on the inside of besides your relatives?
More than 1,000. I think our records show at least 3,000 as far as the numbers go. So yeah, it's been a lot of homes.
So Kenji, you are part of Pillar to Post. It's a national franchise.
Yeah.
And why is this important for you and your company to be, tied to this national franchise?
Why is it important to the consumer to know this?
Because, well, first of all, with a franchise, you can pretty much get the same standard from one location to the next location.
Consistency.
Exactly. Consistency. Look at McDonald's.
Yeah.
You can go to Florida, go to McDonald's, you get the same burger that you'll get out here in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So because of consistency, the standard of practice, our SOPs, they're basically the same all across the board. So
gotcha.
When it comes to clients that are familiar with Pillar to Post and how we do our inspections and what to expect, they're not going to get anything different. They're all going to be the same when it comes to regard for the home inspection and quality of home inspections that they'll get.
So with Pillar to Post, where all is it located? Is it just in the United States, or is there other countries that it operates from?
As of right now, we're basically in Canada and Northern Hemisphere. So North America is where we'll be. We're not in Mexico, even though that would be part of it, but just primarily United States and Canada.
Yeah. Kind of tricky too, because I've seen some of the construction in Mexico, and you're like, I think your home inspection report, if you went to Mexico, would be about 500 pages, because they just do whatever down there.
Or one, it needs to go down.
Or it'd be like 1 page, and it's just going to have a box. Buy this house, don't buy this house.
Exactly.
Knock this house down.
No. See, that's it. That's going to only be on their inspection report. See or no. With the home, I was just curious, have you ever did a home inspection on a tiny home?
Yeah, well, more so ADU style. So you already got your regular, like a tiny one bed, like 200 square foot attachment onto a main house. So, but we haven't done any, or haven't come across that tiny home in on one small property.
I think you should make like one report, like one tiny one.
Tiny report for the tiny
home.
And I'll give it a nice line glass too while we're at it.
And
so Kenji, with home inspectors, I think this is important for our listeners to know, and realtors as well. They may not realize this, but as far as this being a regulated industry, tell us a little bit more about that. Like, how does that work with the industry?
There's a national standard that that you can be a part of. ASHI or InterNACHI, those are the two common standards that most inspectors will get their certificates from or through. When it comes to the state of Hawaii, we don't necessarily have a state testing. If you were to go to Washington, California, Texas, those states have their own independent regulation systems with where you have to take the state test. Hawaii, we, as of right now, they haven't pushed anything towards it being a state testing. So be careful out there. Every time I get a question, we got somebody cheaper. So-and-so's uncle's going to do it. It's not always the best when it comes to that.
Big red flag is if they take payment in Heineken. If they're one of their payment, if it says Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Heineken, That's a red flag.
So Kenji, so really all you need to do is get your GET tax license and boom, you can make a card and say home inspector.
Yeah.
Correct. When it comes to state of Hawaii, yes.
Oh, that's kind of scary.
I think one of the certifications that you have is on our Team Lally website. There's a resource tab and it says Experts We Trust.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 9 different home inspectors on there. No, we do not have 9 different home
Kenji
inspectors.
And his team.
We have Kenji, and we got Kenji. That's it.
Pillar to Post.
Pillar to Post is the only home inspection company that we recommend for our friends, for our family. So, if we were good housekeeping, he would have our stamp of approval. And Kenji, our experience of you over the years has been very thorough, very detailed. The good thing too is that realtors, what they're looking for is somebody with a bedside manner.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been at home inspections and I never see you come out of the house going, "Oh my goodness, what the heck were you guys thinking?" I've never seen you do that.
No.
You just say, "Oh, we have some things to go over."
Yes. Question, if it's a really bad house, I was like, what do you guys plan on doing? That way I can curb this presentation a lot easier. We can make it more to their needs. If they're demoing everything, new floors, new kitchen, new bathrooms. All right. So that's not the problem here. Let's check your water. Let's test your electrical, check the roof, check for structure. And we'll explain it in that sense, because everything else, if I'm nitpicking the window screens, the outlets, it's going to be gone anyway. So why nitpick that when you know that the client's going to get rid of it? So
you're like, here's a detailed report of all the stuff you're going to rip out and throw away.
Yeah, exactly.
So Kenji, I want to go back to the licensing side of things and the certifications that you had to go through to become affiliated with Pillar to Post, plus the ongoing training.
That's the one I was going to say.
That Pillar to Post has you guys, doing.
Yes.
They're not like one and done and then, oh, wow, I'm up to speed on the code from 1973. No, Pillar to Post is probably as part of their franchise agreement requiring you to be
like a continuing education. Thing. So let's talk about all of those certifications.
Sure.
Okay, so at the very start, when you become an inspector for Pillar to Post, there is a course that has to be taken. Roughly it lasts about 2 weeks. And then from there, you get shadowed on the road training, hands-on training. And that can last training from 3 to 6 months, depending on how adept the inspector is. And after that, then they'll give you this green light, because it's supposed to give you a green light to do the inspections. And as far as continuing education and credits, we have our own website, our own back page, where we actually go in there, update these videos, and just learn either the nuances of what's being updated with the standards of procedures, or just how building codes are, just so that way we can be aware of them, make note of that, and then go from there.
Gotcha. Now, a lot of times people will be thinking, oh, my uncle is general contractor. He's been building houses 20 years. And
he's going to do
I don't even have to give him a full 6-pack Heineken. I can give him only 3 bottles. And they don't even have to be cold. What is going to be the main difference between uncle who's general contractor and you as a home inspector? Help people understand that.
Well, general contractor, they're pretty much there to big picture, big money. That's what they want. We're there as the third party vendor. We have no say in who you go with, how you want to, which avenue you want to go down, whether you want handyman or contractor to go through it. Our job is just to point things out and have you as a client deal with what vendors do I want to bring in. So we're not looking at it on the aspect of let's, inflate our pockets because it may cost $10,000 for flooring, or maybe a $5,000 job for one room. So we're not there to inflate the pricing. We're just there to find all these minute little things, and then have your guys' clients pick the vendor that they want. So that is,
and they can go out and get their own independent quotes.
The thing is, you're like a third party, arm's length, completely objective.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you're hired, most of the time you're hired by the buyer. That home inspection is going to most likely be viewed by the seller. So you want to make sure you're as objective as possible. And then, now I just want to segue real quick. what would be a good, like we have recommendations on our certified pre-owned that sellers should do a home inspection. What's been your experience with doing seller home inspections?
They've been pretty good. A lot of those, again, we'll go out there, we'll do the inspection, and they'll end up with a laundry list of items to do. And a lot of those times, unless it is vital, important, or like needs to be addressing, when it comes down to like whether it's electrical or plumbing, if it's outside of those realms, they're just giving the credit. It's easier to give them the credit and get a brighter price point instead of trying to cough it up out of pocket, try to fix everything and get a higher price. So the credit is just the best way to go.
This we're looking at your website right now. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see this. What you're looking at is our Pillar to Post homepage. So this is what your clients will be looking at when it comes to their home inspection, because every client gets their own web page. And you can view the floor plan, the floor, the report, all of that.
Yeah.
So
I like that 360 degree home tour, because that's pretty cool. You got the floor plan, you can go look inside and do all of that. And like, if there's issues, you're actually seeing it like real time. So extra, like talk about what is covered. Like talk about the specialized things that are not covered in the basic home inspection, because I think people have a perception like you're doing everything.
Yes.
But what are some things that major parts of the house are situated, like for example, pools, talk about that, and solar panels and the things that are not included in your basic home inspection.
So pools, we will take a look at them from a structural standpoint. If we see a leak, at the pumps, we'll notate the leak. If there's a crack in the pool, we'll notate the crack. But we're not going to go in and do like the pH level test. We're not going to turn the pumps on and test every single one of the different filter options. We're not going to do that. But if it looks damaged, we'll notate it. Solar panels. Majority of the time, the solar panels are good unless you live next to a golf course. Then we'll notate golf ball damages or broken panels. Like mine in particular has a broken panel from a golf ball. So
or next to a golf course where the terrible golfers.
Yes.
Yeah. And they never run over and go, I went shank this drive and I totally went whack your house. I just want to let you know, here's my number, call me.
Yeah.
So Kenji, do you look out like if there's evidence or a potential that there might be mold in the house? Is that something that you guys can test on, or is that something that's outsourced to someone else?
We will test for mold. We will do all the testing, asbestos, lead, and mold, and we'll outsource that to a lab to get that analyzed.
Results, yep.
And then once we get the results, we'll share with your clients. We'll let them know whether there is present, is positive, or what kind of remediation is necessary. So I just did one for mold testing yesterday or 2 days ago, and there's crawl space. There's no ventilation in the crawl space or airflow in the crawl space.
Yeah.
So, my recommendation is, hey, get a fan in there, move some air around, clear out that old stagnant air. That way it's not less humid. Chance for mold to grow is very minimized. But we won't declare mold until we get them tested. We'll just call them spores. We'll just call them spores for now.
I like how you give it's like, okay, here's the problem and here's some potential solutions and things that you can do to address these issues.
Now, I was noticing too, you had mentioned it on past shows you've been on, that now there's on the home inspection, you give is like a cost, like an estimate for things?
Yes. So it's a cost estimate or PTP estimates. That'll be on the website. It'll be a little button that you can click. And that's generated from a third party. So everything that is within the summary of your inspection report will be on there. So right there, that view estimates. So
now I know we've talked about this before, and I know Hawaii is typically a slightly different number than the mainland numbers.
Yes.
you have to like self-adjust, or like you add 30% more, or have those numbers updated?
Maybe mainline kind of pricing?
Yeah. So East Coast to West Coast, that's where we get all the information from. So fortunately, because we're a franchise, we're able to pull that number, but they don't account for Hawaii. So we got to add in about 30% onto that price point just to be in a ballpark generally of how much things will cost. There are instances in the estimates where you actually have to add or adjust for linear footage. That we don't have, so that's something that you, the agent, the buyer, or the client, or maybe a contractor will have to fill in those gaps, just so that way they can be a little bit more accurate.
Okay.
That's
good to know.
Yep. So Kenji, maybe you can share some stories, some examples of people that you came in and you did the home inspection and either like it reaffirmed and, then they like had a plan, and, or maybe someone that was like, oh, wow, like this is a lot more than I had anticipated. But just like, it is really important, I think, to have this home inspection, and if you could provide a story around it that our listeners can relate to.
Yeah.
I do have one. Happened last week. Went to do the inspection first thing in the morning. It is a multiplex threeplex unit out in Kalihi. And three of them were rented at the time when the clients were showing it.
Yeah.
Then the tenant they evicted one of the tenants. Finally got keys the night before the inspection, went in there the day of the inspection, and they had a dog. So there was dog feces all over the place. There was roaches all over. It wasn't cleared out. So it's not like they did a professional cleaning, like you lost your deposit kind of a deal.
Yeah.
Client walked into the kitchen. She turned around and she said nope, and they canceled the inspection. And,
wow.
And it was just due to the fact that they couldn't get in previously. Yeah, they didn't have access to that third unit because it was still tenant occupied till the night before the inspection. So if they would have access, I think they would have canceled the inspection right away. They would have dropped escrow and went with another one. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. So yeah, that happened. And I was left there like, okay, what do you want to do with the report? Like, I have everything ready to go. So just email it.
So you did 2 of the 3. And when you got to the third one, it was like, oh.
Yeah.
This is just too much.
Too much. Yep. Too much for the client. The clients they've seen, when they're viewing the property, they only had access to the other 2. So they're okay with those 2 units. It was a third one that they didn't have. And when they finally got into it, they're like, this isn't for us. No, this is a multiplex unit and we're going to have to put 50, maybe $75K into it. We have to demo the kitchen, demo the bathrooms, redo the flooring.
A lot more than they had anticipated.
Exactly. Yeah. So now that just blew up in there. It didn't blow up. It was just they walked in, said no.
Well, that's the purpose.
Out, and that was it.
Purpose of the home inspection, and the due diligence of that. A lot of times too, people are just telling problems equals opportunities, and that is, another option is renegotiate with the seller.
Like, hey, we didn't.
Whoa, because they didn't know either, right?
Yep.
Nobody knew, and they're like, what the heck? And so that might be an opportunity to renegotiate. And I would have said, give me the DEFCON 11 home inspection. And then, I'm so sorry. Here's one respirator. So you can handle the smell. Yeah. That's a good story. What about any kind of funny things you see in people's houses and change the names to protect the innocent?
Yeah, anything unique or interesting?
Unique. This past week was the first time I had to sign an NDA.
Oh wow.
Yeah. High profile.
So if you have to tell us where this house is and who it's for, you would have to kill us.
So is that a famous person? Yeah.
I don't know who the client is. All I know is they opened a LLC last week or 2 weeks ago. That's a client name, and signed the NDA. Went out there, did the inspection, and they're completely in arm's reach. They have a representative on the island that's reviewing everything. But yeah, that was the first time I've had to sign an NDA on a property.
Yeah. And I'm up on paparazzi showing up and ending up on TMZ.
Yeah, exactly. So that was the first time. So kind of interesting.
Yeah, we showed a property and had to sign an NDA. It was for somebody famous, and if I said their name, no, I can't say their name. You would know it immediately. But cool. What other questions we got, or what anything else that you want to share with our viewers or listeners?
We've got about 5-6 minutes left.
Yeah.
And I know that, I know you're super busy with your home inspection, so we don't have you on with your tips of the week, and we always enjoyed your tips of the week.
Yeah.
So we're excited to have you here right now. And you would always give us some kind of a nugget, like a home maintenance, like something to to pay attention
what you got for us this week?
Especially as we end up the year, people are they have a little bit more time to work on their homes. Give us something
to think about, give them a to-do list for the end of the year.
To-do list for the end of the year? Yeah. If you got a crawl space, look at the plumbing. $7 million house, got 3 leaks because of the plumbing.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can tell when the ceiling falls in.
Yeah. Check the plumbing, run water, see if you got any leaks. Another one, here's a good one. They just did it today. Showers. If you have a stand-up shower or glass showers that are attached to the side wall, shoot the water in the corners, because it will bleed. If it does bleed, you have to recaulk the showers. So that was one. Today's one was a multi-million-dollar property, and you have bad caulking on the showers. Go figure. There's something always wrong with, don't matter price point, whether it be $100,000 or a $15 million property. There's something wrong. So check everything, check the electrical, check the plumbing, and go from there.
If people want to book a home inspection with you, it's most likely going to be the agents or somebody working with the agents. What's the process look like for that?
It's real simple. They'll contact us, and then we'll send over a quote and availability. Also, the client's quote doesn't lock you in with us. It's just we want you to get the price point. That way you can compare it to everybody else's quotes. And if you like what you get, if you like what you see, the price is good for you, it works, by all means, give us a call and we can book it that way.
Yeah. I'm going to give a pro tip to everybody out there, realtors and everybody. Don't be shopping for price. Look for quality, reputation, credibility, the fact that they're an expert we trust on teamlally.com, and we've been doing business with you for many, many years.
They also carry some kind of insurance, right? You guys carry E&O insurance?
Yes.
Yeah, that is
E&O.
Talk about that. What is that?
Errors and omissions. So if anything were to go wrong with the house after the inspection that was missed, say for example, there's a crack in a sewer line, we didn't catch it during the inspection, you move in, it's an issue, our insurance will cover the repairs for that.
Gotcha. All right.
That's a peace of mind.
Well,
as far as
insurance.
Because not all home inspectors have this E&O insurance. And not all home inspectors.
Not the guy who just got the GET, slept in a Holiday Inn and printed some cards down at Office Max. So again, a home inspection is critically important for the home buying, even for sellers, because it creates a due diligence and a buyer coming in fully aware of what they're getting, and avoids any kind of coming back later on saying, hey, I didn't know about this. No, it was in the home inspection. Sure you knew. So good job on that.
Yes, because the sellers, they do the seller's disclosure, and most sellers are just lay people.
Yep.
They don't necessarily know everything about the home.
Yeah.
So it's always awesome to have Kenji in there doing the home inspection, going through that house with a fine-tooth comb. And then the buyer knows everything.
Yeah, and I think it's
all that they need to know about the home.
With a home inspection, you know what? It's an owner's manual for your house.
Yes.
With pictures, diagrams, all of this technology that you use. I think the main thing that'll leave people with is that you have a lot of inspection tools that general contractors would not have any business having, because they're building new construction or remodeling. They're not re-inspecting their own work. They're just doing it right from the beginning. So you have all those tools to take a look at an existing home that general contract, those tools nobody have. They're not using, they're not going to have.
Give us an example real quick, Kenji, of these different tools that you have that you could general contractor would not have?
Well, the first one will be an infrared camera. They don't have an infrared camera to be able to detect leaks. So if they were to have that, that would be huge improvement, that we can run water, test it, and if there's a leak, they can address it before they close up the cavity. Another one is our 360 cameras that we use. So it takes a picture, gives you the floor plan, and now you get a tour on the property. So without even being here.
Yeah. And you guys draw squares around things, put arrows, you point at
notes. It's very organized.
It's like super organized.
And I'm sure that it's super helpful too. Like if they're trying to get quotes, they can send it to the appropriate professional. They get the links and you can tell them where to look.
Home inspections come back to us on the sell side because it's used as part of the negotiation. So for buyers, highly recommended. Never, ever, ever, ever buy a house without home inspection. And the only home inspection company we recommend is Pillar to Post Kenji Vendetta. He's got a vendetta to make sure that you buy a house and you know what the heck you're buying. That's his vendetta.
Yes, it is.
Kenji, thank you so much for being our featured guest today and reminding our listeners all about home inspections and why they're important. Yes. Thank you, Kenji.
Thank you, Kenji.
You're the best.
Aloha.
All right. So that's Kenji Vendetta. You can find him on teamlally.com under the resource tab and experts we trust. So click around his website there, see all the tools. We were screen sharing them on the website and book your appointment today.
Yep. All right. So we have how much time?
Like a minute and a half. And so let's talk about our career night, January 12th, coming up.
Career night. So by the way, if you want to RSVP or find out what that date is, because it just flew out of your head, all you got to do is go to hawaiicareernight.com. That's hawaiicareernight.com. We've been doing these career nights, got to be 10 years now.
Yes.
10 years. We got it dialed in. It's right here in our office. We're located in Kapolei behind the Costco, down the first street on the left in Kemo Industrial, down the street from the Honolulu Kapolei Fire Department over there. And you'll see the signs that say Career Night. Come in, check in. They're only an hour. And we answer pretty much all the questions that 98% of you want to know. And then we're there to answer questions that we may not have addressed. But we're doing these every couple months. We're not doing them all the time. So if you're looking for a new career in the new year, you might want to go to hawaiicareernight.com. Let's say I'm a superstar and I'm ready to join Team Lally right now. Where should they go?
They can go to jointeamlally.com if you don't want to wait for the career night on January 12th. So obviously, we're going to be going over the typical questions that we get, which is what's the time?
How much money? How much money I can make?
Yeah. How does it, what do I need to do to be successful?
What are the different careers within real estate?
Oh, yeah. A lot of different options.
Yeah. And then we also have people there that will share with you what's working for them and real life in it.
All right. Well, thank you to our sponsors and thank you for listening.
And Bradley, Allstate Insurance.
Kenji with Pillar to Post Home Inspection.
John with Kilauea Pest Control.
Duke of Hawaii Pacific Property Management.
Robinson with Fine Line Paintworks.
Amphi of the Estate Planning Group.
Jason Wu, Attorney at Law.
Rhino of Hawaii Unified.
Janice with Dreamhouse Drafting.
Fabio of Hawaii Water Damage Restoration.
Kyle with Impact Wealth.
Ryan of Cleanscape.
Benji, Hawaii Referral Agent.
Danny of DHA Financial.
Joseph with Keymasters Locksmiths of Hawaii.
Christopher of Falcon Services.
If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, all you got to do is go to teamlally.com.
We also want to give a big thank you to Sheen, our producer.
Chee-hoo.
Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life.
Forever. This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program.
If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price in our time frame, we'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks and aloha.
The preceding program was sponsored by Team Lally.